Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We got a big Friday list of 18 properties heading into the weekend. If you're coming to town, definitely let us know. We'd love to sit down and meet with you and have a coffee, talk about your plans. If you don't like coffee, I don't like coffee, you can have a tea as well. We got a map here that shows you all the properties and where they are, and you can see there's quite a bit of spread here. In we'll call it the greater Milton area. It seems like that's what it's becoming. And the map links aren't 100% accurate, but we're hoping that they're pretty close. And for the most part, they're pretty good. But no online mapping is ever 100% accurate. Short read starts us off 339. It's a Woodbine model. If you Google Mattamy Woodbine, you can see the floor plan. 3-story townhouse, single car garage, and so it looks like the dimensions on the Woodbine model, as far as I can tell. So nice open concept second floor with living, dining, plus a kitchen, and then you have a walkout balcony. There's no backyard, there's only a front yard, and then you've got the 3 bedrooms upstairs plus 1 full bathroom. Very similar to the one that we profiled on Frank Place. It was either yesterday or the day before, and it looks like a good price. I mean, if it's done well inside, it looks like there's some hardwood floors here. Very competitive. I think they're going to do quite well. And I really like Short Reed as a street too. I think it's a nice street. Stover Crescent, 354.9. It's 1235 square feet, Mattamy built. One of the first phases that Mattamy built, and it's got a finished basement on top of that. I think it shows really well. The floors look terrific. Nice neutral colors. And you've got 3 bedrooms upstairs plus 1 full bathroom, so it's a shared ensuite. And there's your man cave right there. You've got a built-in shelving unit for books or for DVDs, and it's really cozy and comfortable. You've got some pot lights there, and then there's a separate space for a little workstation or an office if you did want to do that, and a nice private backyard. So I don't think there's a better deal in this price range at $354.9. There's one that's slightly more upgraded on Porter Way for about $5,000 more. So it's really just, what do you prefer? Hampshire Way is $355. And same price range as Stover. And so you walk through the room, and there's a couple properties today where you actually do that. So they've set this up probably as well as you can with the TV over here, because it's a bit of a dead zone. You can't really put furniture right in the middle of the room. So you walk through it, you've got the viewing stuff, and then you've got the sitting stuff on that side. So they've set it up as well as you can. Bit of a smaller kitchen, 1 full bathroom upstairs, and then you've got the finished basement as well. Neither one of these homes has a second full bathroom in the basement, and it's always a good idea if you are finishing the basement and you only have 1 upstairs to do a second one down in the basement as well. Nice 100-foot lot, lots of landscaping. It's a funny thing because some people really like the landscaping. I think it's going to create a little canopy and a lot of privacy. But there are some people that say, hey, you know what, I can't even take care of plants, so it doesn't make sense for me. Overall, I think it is a positive thing, but we don't find the return on investment is really there for a lot of the landscaping. So $355 definitely looks like a fair price. Thompson Road, it looks like there's 1 car park in the driveway, possibly 2 if they extended this little pathway out. It's a 1,600 square foot home. It's going to look like it's 8 or 9 years old for sure. It definitely doesn't look like it came right off the builder's lot. And it's got a nice floor plan upstairs, 2 full bathrooms. And it's one of my favorite semi layouts. Not the biggest fan of being on Thompson because of noise. It's actually not that busy because they're little cutaway streets that come off of the main road. So the kids can actually play out in the front yard and be relatively safe, provided they're not chasing balls right across Thompson. But the other thing is that your guests can't park in front because it's a fire route. So you're dealing with a situation where your guests actually have to park on the side streets and then come back around and walk to your house, which is kind of annoying, especially if you've only got 1 car parking in the driveway. $384, I think it could go either way on something like that. We have seen smaller models that are a little bit better on better locations that have sold up in the 4s. So have they made the right adjustment for Thompson? I don't know. Probably. I think that's a fair price, although it definitely wouldn't be the first choice that I would have if I had $384,000. Newell is $388, semi-detached, and so inside you've got a little bit of a front foyer, and then you walk in here, and you've got You've got this area where you've got a kitchen table plus the kitchen. There's the family, so it's very separate. It's not as open concept, and you've got the walkout coming from the family room, which is usually in the kitchen, and it looks clean and tidy and nice and all the rest of it. I just don't know if it's my favorite floor plan. It might be good for somebody who wants a little bit more separation between those two rooms. We've got Rose Heath here at $399. Bit of renovations. A lot of homes on Rose Heath recently. It tends to go in cycles. There's an ebb and a flow to this street, I find. And so it's either a detached or a link style home, 30 by 100-foot lot. It would have been a worthwhile investment, especially with some of the things that they did in the rest of the house. Kitchen upgrading, bathroom, that kind of stuff. If they had ripped out this parquet and put some hardwood floors, even to stain that parquet, they don't look too bad when they have a darker stain, but that honey color really turns people off. It really dates the home. You've got these archways, you've got this nice furniture. It would have been a good thing to perhaps put hardwood floors in. I couldn't see them losing money as a result of that. So it may be linked by the foundation in the bottom, but functionally it's very much like a detached home. And it also looks like somebody used Microsoft Paint for the driveway. So we haven't seen that yet in 2013. And I don't know if I feel like it's a good thing or a bad thing. But anyways, funny looking driveway. I don't know if that is completely legit. Wixon Way is a perfect comparison on that Thompson one. What I was talking about, 1,500 square feet, 100 square feet smaller than Thompson, plus a finished basement at $425. Last one that sold was around $420. And this one looks pretty decent as well. What people don't like about this home is that you've got a separate dining room in the front of the house. There's your front door. It's a bit of a smaller entryway. And then you've got your kitchen that opens up to the family room. So there's your finished basement there. They've used the fireplace nook to actually create a bit of a media niche, or it could be for drinks or whatever. It looks like it shows very well California shutters. You've got some upgraded floors on the second floor as well. And you've got some work done in the backyard. So it's possible. I mean, I've seen these rapidly increase in a short period of time, which to me means it's a little unstable. But if that's the benchmark, if these guys get a good price, I think the bar is definitely set. Robinwood is $429. It's a bungalow. It looks like it's had a garage addition at some point, which is a good thing because a lot of the homes on Robinwood do not have the garages, or if they do, they're separate. So this one looks like it's connected to the house, gives you a little bit more space in the backyard. Kitchen looks like it has nice appliances. The cupboards look a bit older, but they look tasteful. And the thing is with bungalows, we have a lot of clients that want to move to older Milton, and they just don't find the bedroom sizes there. That's the biggest issue with these homes. And I'm not sure where they actually did the laundry space on this one, if it's behind the garage or where it is. But usually we don't see a laundry room that big in a house without cutting out a bedroom. So nice thing about bungalows too is you've got a larger footprint for the finished basement, and you've got a 65 by 125 foot lot. And I think it probably compares pretty well to the stuff that's out there and the stuff that's sold. So overall, this one definitely gets a good solid review here. Collis Court is $445. It is the corner semi-detached, and I cannot remember the name of it. I've sold 2 or 3 of them in my life, and I can't remember the name. It's got a nice floor plan. Kitchen opens up to the family room. They've done an upgraded hood here, upgraded lights, pot lights. It looks like it's been done very well. Crown moldings. You've got a living room over to the side from the front entryway. Nice sized bedrooms here. They've done some nice decoration inside. Finished basement works well too. And the only thing with this area, it's the same as Stover, is that the homes are getting close to about 10 years old. Some of them are even a little past 10. We're starting to see where the roofs need replacing. So that's something you just need to know about. That little pocket at Derry and Trudeau, north of Derry. Next one up is Best Road. $474.9, and it's 1,800 square feet plus a finished basement. And on paper, I've seen homes this size definitely sell for this. To me, at $474.9, you can get an 1,800 square foot detached home. You don't have the finished basement, but I think that it's something like I would rather make the jump personally at that price range. You're even seeing double car garages in this price range at around that size, singles and doubles. So to get a semi-detached, and I understand the lot's bigger on the corner, 48 by 100 is actually a really respectable size. I could see it happening, but I'd be advising somebody that I'm working with that they may want to consider other options. Lederman is $499. Little bit. These models are really funny because they've kind of sold all over the place. There's one big open room, and then you've got your kitchen with an eat-in. That shows it perfectly right there. And there's your kitchen with the eat-in. And I would say that so these guys have done the 3 bedrooms plus there's a little loft area upstairs. Yeah, it looks good. Everything looks in order. The models, the variation in these models has been tremendous. I think the builder charged a lot for upgrades, and people are trying to recoup those investments where they probably aren't worth that on the open market. So $499. A lot of them have been around the 470, 480 mark, so it's a challenge when these guys are talking about getting $499. On the flip side is there's a Quincy Corner, which is a very similar size home. We've seen a few of those sell in the 510s. So these double garage homes are, especially the corners, for some reason the sales are all over the map. 679 Hood is a Norriston. It's 1,900 square feet plus a finished basement, and it's got I think a nice front appearance. They've done some good landscaping in the front. A lot of designer finishes inside, replaced the light fixtures, put a lot of nice touches in, good color choices, and they've done about as much as possible as you'd want to do in a home like this. At $514, I think that they're probably, based on what's been selling, I think they're sort of hovering high 4s, maybe low 5s, but $514 would surprise me if they got this. Doesn't mean it won't happen, because nice move-in homes always command a premium. Bustle Crescent, $539, and so we've got a detached home, double car garage, 4 bedrooms. Not much else I can find out here. There's also a family room on the 2nd floor, and it looks like there's some wood floors, granite counters in the home. So put that all together, and it looks like a pretty decent home. It would have to be pretty good without the finished basement, because we've had a couple good deals including finished basements in the area for around that price. Mockridge, $569, 2,400 square feet, a little bit more than 2,400. It's the Mattamy Plan 7, I think, from the Spirits. $569. We've seen these models have had some variation too. This one has a bit of a competitive advantage in that it's got 5 bedrooms upstairs, and they're not huge bedrooms, but there's 5 of them. And if you have 3 or 4 kids, guess what? You need 5 bedrooms. It definitely helps. And so I think they appeal to a niche audience because a lot of the 5 bedrooms are much higher in price. I've seen this home in person. The kitchen looks nice. There's great color choices, dark cabinets. This is not my favorite floor plan. There's a family room off to the side of the kitchen. There's a living room, and then there's also a dining room, and it kind of spokes off, and it's not my thing personally. I think if you're gonna go open, but they're too sequestered. It looks like you've got one too many walls there, and there's your living room with the walkout to the yard. And there you go. So $569. Again, this one could go either way. You could argue it both sides, which means same as Thompson. They're probably in the right zone. Sire, $574. Looks like a decent home. The biggest competition, I think, is the one on Clover Park. If it's still for sale, it was at $569. I haven't checked it in the last couple days, but I think that one even has a little bit more upgrading than this one. And the other thing that may affect them is that this backs onto Thompson Road, so you do have a bit of a busier road behind. 50 by 121 foot lot. Then we get into 6th Line, which is $799. And I definitely think that there's a niche audience that wants a nice home with a workshop behind, and this one has it. It's on a nice sized piece of property, 132 by 350, which is probably a little over an acre. And there's your workshop there, about 1,200 square feet. The home itself looks like it's had some good upgrading. I would say replacing that with stainless steel would have been a great idea, and it looks like it's got some nice architectural features as well. Same thing we talked about on Robinwood. There is a nice bigger footprint for a bungalow, and there's a nursery that's behind this one, so you're going to see rows of trees and gardens and sod and all the rest of it. And you might hear a little bit of the 401 if you look at where it is on 6th Line. It's right here, so there's all your nursery stuff. It stretches back quite a bit. There's the highway, and then you also have that, you've got the power plant right here too. So are you a little close to that? I don't know. It depends on the person. I think it's far enough away. There's some parts of 6th Line that don't look the prettiest, but this is a good little section right there that I think the home is nestled in the right part. Nestled, I don't know if that's a word, nestled, I think is the word I was looking for. We've got this one on Conservation Road, and if you look at where this one is on a map, from what we can tell from the link that came from the MLS plus Google Maps, it looks like it's pretty close to that train track. I mean, it's not something that we can readily tell without getting into another set of information. I can actually look up individual plots of land, but it's safe to say that it's probably within a good golf shot of those train tracks. And the kitchen's been updated. It actually looks like a nice property. It's probably about what would it be? Maybe about 4 acres or something like that. I'm just looking for the lot size on here. Yeah, it's good. It's got a lot. I mean, you've got this sort of sexy little hot tub right in your master bedroom, and aside from the location, I think it's got a lot going for it. And Nasagawaya is the one. This is about 4 acres and $895. Some really nice design here. I think there's a lot that this one has going on. Some very tasteful upgrades. Big rooms. You've got these little dormer effects in the ceilings. And I'm a big fan of this one. I think it's a great listing. It is a little bit sort of further north. There's an above ground pool here. But I think it's a nice little spot. It's nice and secluded. I think the home itself really does a good job of presenting itself. So that's the list. If you want to see anything, let us know. And we'd love to, if you're thinking about selling your house, we'd love to come over and give you what we call a pinpoint price analysis. Or we might already have the buyer right now. At any point in time, our team probably works with about 20 or 25 buyer clients. So let us know if you're thinking about selling, and we might be able to make a match quickly for you, save you time and money and energy and all the rest of it. So have a great day. We'll see you soon.